All right, Dino, here we are for the last episode of 2025. Mate, what an absolutely massive year. I know we did this last year. We thought we'd better jump on just for a bit of a recap on the year that was. Mate, I'm feeling a little bit unprepared here. I found some Christmas stickers, just some little labels I got on my shirt. But mate, you've gone all that. You got the whole Christmas tree in the
Oh,
background there.
Lukey, it feels like yesterday we sat down, mate, and we jumped on. I think I had a Christmas hat on, and you had your dog's
I have
costume
my
on
dog
your head.
costume. Yeah.
And I'm sitting here getting ready just to have a chat with you to wrap it up. And I'm like, screw it, just gonna make shift in front of the Christmas tree here. And yeah, as you know, I've just recently bought a new house and property, and we're set up with Christmas, but we've already started kind of packing up to clear some stuff out before that Christmas time hits. So
How
it's a
exciting, mate. Merry Christmas. Bought yourself a pretty expensive bloody Christmas present this year.
Yeah, I know, mate. That's it. 2 minute noodles for the next little while, but it'll be worth it, mate. We're nah, my eldest daughter actually just started her first day of year 7 today, so
Hey,
I think it was
congrats.
yeah. The Vic had their step up day, I think. So all the kids grade 6 head off for the day, and we had mixed kids walking back in the door, like some not with their best mates, some with teachers they wanted, not the ideal bunch of crew, but I think that's just part of it. But
Yeah.
yeah, mate, it's been pretty exciting for yourself as well, and yeah, massive congratulations, mate. You're our Young Australian Builder of the Year for Master Builders last week. I was super proud. I think I sent you something the next morning. Just I saw as a bit of a reel that was along the lines of, when you get to that point in life where other people's wins bring you more satisfaction than your own at times. That was definitely a case for me, mate. I couldn't quite stay up late enough to see the result. I think I got up at 5 a.m. the Saturday morning, and I was so pumped to see that come through, mate. Well deserved.
Nah, thanks, mate. And that reel, yeah, it was pretty cool to read that and have a look at it. I almost got a bit teary there. It was pretty cool. So,
Can
nah,
we?
thanks for
I'm
your
gonna put
support, mate.
I'm gonna put you on the spot, mate, because we've known each other. I reckon we're probably about 4 years now. I reckon that we've
Yep.
since we've connected and became good mates, and obviously built insights have fallen from that. But you're 4 years ago, you were not the builder or the person that's there today, and we'll go into some other stuff that you're kicking ass with at the moment personally, but you were going through some tough times, and safe to say you were questioning whether you were going to carry on as a builder.
Oh, it definitely was, mate. And I know we've spoken about this many times, and I think I might have even told a bit of this story a couple of times on previous podcasts already. But yeah, it's I guess where the point where I got to, I had no guidance. I hadn't really. I think I'd started business coaching because obviously that was how we met, but I hadn't really dived into it too much. And I was at a real crossroad. Do I really want to keep doing this or not? I sort of cash flow was pretty up shit creek. Workflow was just not really. Nothing was really coming off. We lost a couple of jobs right before the Christmas break as well, so that was a real kick in the guts. And yeah, it's just been one of those things, man. When you really make that call and decide that, yep, this is definitely what I want to do, just that sheer determination to just keep chipping away at it. I think those little one percenters that you can keep in the back of your mind and keep chipping away at, that's what makes all the difference. And surround yourself by the right people to help fuel that fire as well. You can achieve just about anything.
Yeah, that's it, mate. And I suppose one thing I'll add to that is, we network with a lot of builders. We're both part of Future Builder at the moment. We have conversations with guys who are running great businesses, but we all are not, apart from that at any time. We at times will have the cash flow problems, we'll have the staff issues, we'll have the shortage of work. We think, you've got to keep a full pipeline, but there's so much in this industry that's out of our control.
100%.
Yeah, so you're not alone out there if you're going through it. And I mean, there's probably a lot of the younger crew that are coming through that are starting a business, and I've been in the industry just ticked over 20 years, this year, and I quite honestly think it's probably the hardest time in society, let alone just the building industry. Like, times are tough out there for people. And probably just sidetrack for a minute. Like, there's times are tough. I actually was on a project of ours yesterday. We've got the drainer there and pushing towards a slab, and I asked our trainer, Jaden, who's a long-term contractor of ours, what he got up to on the weekend, and he just said, "Oh, Dino, I actually went with my sister to Woolworths yesterday. We got $1,000 worth of groceries, and we did a bunch of food hampers." And he said, "I put a message out on the local Facebook groups," and he said, "Mate, I was inundated with people just saying it's so hard right now. I'm struggling to get a week's worth of groceries and pay for my rent or my mortgage and so on." So yeah, for the builders and trades out there, everyone's in the same boat, and I think that's probably been a little bit of the theme of 2025. Everyone I speak to, it's not always easy. There's been probably bumps in the road for people that have been sailing pretty well, and then there might be a job fall through or a hold up or staff issues or whatever it might be. So yeah, I think you're a testament to that, mate. We've probably got sidetracked there, but yeah, well done on the award. But I want to
Thanks, mate.
put you on the spot again too, because you also 3 months ago, mate, went on a bit of a mission for your health. You're the opposite to some people like myself. I've lost weight over time. Put it on pretty easy if I'm not watching it. But you couldn't put the weight on. You were struggling to bloody get the buckles on your belt done up.
It's always been a bit of a thing for me. I just don't know why. I've tried a few times and obviously never really completely committed to it, but I've just never been able to stack the weight on and keep it on. But yeah, I sort of got to a point as well again that I was making a lot of excuses from some previous injuries, and I wasn't really looking after myself at all, and then got to the point that I started just doing a bit of light exercise and a bit of core work to try and just build a little bit of strength back around my weak areas, and then just came across the right place at the right time. There's a local gym around the corner from me. Shout out to Purpose Fitness because they've genuinely changed my life in the last 3 months. So just the right program, the right people, eating the right stuff at the right time, and just training the right way as well. I've been on a bit of a mission to transform me, that's for sure. I managed to stack on an extra 9 kilos in 10 weeks of the program. So that, I look back at the photo from when I started on the 1st of September, and it's literally hard to look at, to be honest with you. I look like just really skinny and really drained, and just like mentally sick as well. I was just had no energy, no confidence. So yeah, been on an absolute mission the last little while, and the energy that I've got now, the confidence, and it's just I've found that little outlet from work. It's good timing as well because it's a class-based gym that it's my favourite class is going to the 4:30 one, so it's an excuse to not stay at work for too long because you've got to make sure you change and then in the gym by 4:30 rather than sitting at the desk until 6-7 o'clock or whatever it needs to be. So no, it's been good, man, and I mean, we don't need to completely talk about me the whole time. So I know you've always used that as a good outlet as well. We have many conversations where I'll ring you to check in on what's going on, and you're on the way to the gym because you just need a bit of you time and whatever. So it's as we both know, and anyone else that's listening to the podcast as well, it's having that little outlet and working out and focusing on what works for you to take your focus away from work and the stresses and recenter yourself and get back on track.
For over 130 years, Bowens has been the builder's choice, providing a service that provides timber, hardware and innovative building products.
And now we're helping you further with this wonderful partnership.
We're proud to announce Bowens as our new premier sponsor, bringing you more of the insights that you love. Build Insight together with Bowens.
Real people,
real insights. Yeah, I think one thing I like about it as well, and it's not like every session you go to have a chat with everyone, but from my local gym in Kyneton, shout out to Ozfit, but the staff there's some a couple of girls who mainly run it who are outstanding young people, and then it's like when you network with people in the building industry, you got like-minded people and people. Not everyone is the same in the building industry, but the ones who are really legitimately trying to improve themselves, their businesses, and the people around them. It's the same when you're at the gym, I think. Like, there's people there that are just there to really get the best out of themselves, their body, their mind. And it's funny because most of the people that you really get talking to who are the genuine ones that are there like day in, day out, or 4 or 5 times a week generally, um, it's probably no secret that most people do it firstly for their mental health. Like, it might not start out that way. It's a dedication, a routine that, you stay disciplined and keep backing it up. But after a while, you realize that's your outlet to actually
100%.
get an hour to yourself, or have a chat with some good people while you're putting a bit of sweat in and lifting some weights or whatever you're choosing to do with your exercise, which is which is really good. But no, it's really cool, mate, because you just the last one on that, you just recently finished up a pretty chaotic was it 24-hour workout raising some money for charity. Do you want to talk about that, mate?
Yeah, that was pretty cool. So again, like, shout out to Rusty that runs Purpose Fitness. He does it every year. It's just a yearly fundraiser to try and raise some money and awareness for mental health and supporting the Are You OK Foundation. So he's 24 hours for a purpose is the workout or the fundraiser. So I think there was a group of 16 or 17 of us that we locked into the gym for 24 hours and did the same workout every 3 hours for 24 hours. And it was, I knew it was going to be tough, but that is by far the toughest physical challenge that I've ever done. So it was the workout was, I'm going to get this right, it was 42 push-ups, 42 sit-ups, 42 squats, then a 1.6K row, 1.6K bike ride, and a 1.6K run. So repeat that every 3 hours for 24 hours, and you become pretty fatigued. And it's, I guess, the lack of rest and sleep in between those as well. I know that the 5 a.m. workout, that was a bit of a challenge when you get into that deep sleep cycle of about 45 minutes to an hour, and then all of a sudden the alarm's going off and you've got to do it all again. So it was awesome conversations that happened in places like that. Just to, obviously, the main goal for Rusty was to just raise awareness around mental health for the local community more than actually raising money, and I think he did an incredible job at that. And I said at the time that I don't know that I want to do this again, but I think definitely when the time comes next year, I think that it's just such an awesome thing to be a part of. I reckon I'll definitely be sticking my hand up again.
You're only 6 weeks into like that, really getting into your health and fitness with your
I was,
training. So that's immense to do that. So hats off to you, mate. That's fantastic effort. And next year you'll be a year and 6 weeks in, so you'll be set.
Yeah, for sure. But mate, I want to put you back on the spot as well, because I know it hasn't just been about me and my wins this year. There's definitely been some for yourself as well. So I can't remember what time of year it was, but back earlier in the year, there was the Backman Builders won some awards for the Macedon Rangers Business Awards as well. You want to talk about that?
That was last year now, mate. Yeah.
Was that last year?
Yeah, we were pretty quiet on the awards front. We've got a couple of projects we'll chuck in next year for
You've been laying a bit low this year, have you?
Yeah, no, I haven't been doing much, mate.
Too busy focusing on the rest of the Build Insite stuff.
No, it's been a crazy year, but no, actually, funny enough, I've probably said before plenty of times on the show, I'm dad of 4 girls, and had some real highlights this year of
Actually, hang on. I don't want to go too far without giving you a big pat on the back here. Anyone that's either watching or listening, I want to introduce you to the president of the Kyneton Netball Club. Well, good on you, Dean Backman.
Oh, mate. Yeah, thank you, buddy.
Mick, can you do your magic here and put in a bit of applause for us? Hey.
Oh, yeah, I'll take my hat off. It's it's funny. If you had asked me a year ago, I'd be doing like something like that. I've been pretty hands-on with the kids. Like, I'm always present. For me, it starts with, being a dad and a husband first. But I actually spent the season coaching my second oldest daughter, Evie, and a bunch of awesome kids in the netball season. And it was good enough. We actually went through and they won the grand final, and superb bunch of kids. And we got some really great people in the community. And I think community is just made up by people that are just willing to chip in and volunteer. And it's probably one thing. I've relocated to the Macedon Rangers 5 years ago, and I prioritise work, my own headspace and my well-being, and so forth. It's no secret I love getting out in the paddock and hiding and just getting in with the livestock and disappearing into the grass, so to speak. But it was really rewarding to actually put myself out there a little bit more this year to, get amongst more of the community and, put my hat in the ring for a couple of things. And The previous president is amazing woman that's involved with like primary schools, and her daughter's aged out, and she came to me, approached me about it, and I just said at the time, I was like, "Oh, let me think about it, Jane. I've got a fair few hats I wear." But then after, and look, I will sort of go through. There's an awesome family in our community who, unfortunately, Nicole lost her battle to breast cancer this year. Her husband Aiden's just a superhuman of a father and a person. Beautiful young kids that are young lads playing like representative footy, in high school, and their young daughter was in our team, and it was pretty heartbreaking, like to see that happen, but to actually kind of get around them and see everyone get around them. Mate, the same month they lost their mum, the two kids raised nearly, I think, about $36,000 for walking for breast cancer. And just the pride to sort of be, to have them in our community. And when it came to me making a decision to maybe put a bit more effort and work into something that, just to help the kids, the next generation coming through, and there's boys and girls playing, it's a great rewarding part of the week to go spend some time with families and the kids, and interact with the wider community. So I don't know, I'm just at that stage of my life, mate. It's not all about making money all the time. You got to find reasons to kind of like help others, and I think just like I mentioned before with my drainer, helping with some food baskets, like just to do some things to help kids have a good time. And like that situation there, that was probably a pretty tough part of our year that was hit really hard for everybody. But just to see how strong that family is and is continuing to be is just phenomenal.
Yeah, that's incredible, mate. What a story.
Yeah, exactly. So, but I think, as I'd probably like to say, like we've said this on the program before, there's people that do it tough for all different reasons. It could be work, cash flow, relationships, staff, whatever it might be. You're not alone out there. So just there's always going to be someone that needs to have a chat, and that's probably a rewarding part of what we do. We do get people reach out, just let us know, like, hey, what do you advise? Like, we're not going too well, or have had some trouble. So this is definitely the space, and if you're not sure who to talk to, just reach out. I'm sure we'll be able to help out.
100%, mate. 100%. Let's touch on, I suppose, mate, this has been an absolutely phenomenal year for Build Insight, and I feel like really like we're really only just getting started still as well. But we have had some awesome wins this year. We've had a lot of what's the way to put it? Just so much exciting stuff going on. Lots of interstate travel with events and recording days, support for us as well, getting some incredible sponsors on board so that we can keep bringing this stuff to you guys and keeping sort of growing our platform. Do you want to? I'll let you kick off.
Yeah.
Do you want to just touch on a few of the wins that we've had?
Dino, so I rocked up to site last week, got scratch bench tops, paint all over the windows.
Let me guess, Lukey. No good?
No good. And now we're spending big bucks trying to fix it.
Mate, Goop Guys roll on a thick, peelable, protective coating that saves your surfaces.
And your budget.
And your sanity, Lukey.
Seriously, check them out. goopguys.com.au. Protect your job from the start.
I will just say, mate, so just to add in, so it's nearly 2 years ago that we were on the Christmas holidays that I rang you up, and we had, I said, Luke, I've got this idea, like we were both keen on kind of the content, YouTube stuff, passionate about what could be, and I thought I've got to ring Luke, speak to you about this, and you'd already had the same concept, and we just put it together and just went for it. So the first year we, obviously did a lot of things ourselves, and it's rewarding when you kind of see it to kind of keep growing and get reach, and they help people too. Like there's people out there that are trying to figure out everything that's involved with building or the industry, and if we can just keep helping people in small steps, and that's worth it. This year's been huge, mate. Like I suppose, firstly, massive shout out to the sponsors who have come on board. Bowens and Circa, especially with creating some great opportunities in the industry and industry events, allowing us the space at Circa. We've done a lot of recording there this year. Wonder Build, Goop Guys, Simpson Strong Tie, Build Launch. I don't think I'm forgetting anyone at the moment, Luke, but watch this space. It's been awesome, and we are absolutely pumped about what's coming next year. There's some big stuff that we're working on, like quite nice at the moment, but just some of the things that our sponsors are doing, like Wonder Build, with what they keep releasing to the building industry, it's second to none. If you're not with them, get on, or reach out. We can hook you up with the right people. Bowens have got their biannual massive expo next year. If you're anywhere in Australia listening to this, look out for the dates. It'll probably be around September, to be confirmed soon. It is seriously an expo like nothing else. You've got to get there, and there's just everything you could possibly imagine, and some awesome people in the industry that are there. So yeah, that alone I'm pumped about next year, Luke. It's a while off, but the 1-2 years ago, last year, was just epic, and I think it's going to be amped up again next year.
Yep. Oh, I can definitely vouch for that, coming from Interstate as well. That was one of, if not the coolest building related expo or show or whatever you want to call it. That was one of the coolest things I've ever been to. What the innovation that Bowens keep bringing to the table as a hardware store, and putting the products out there and showcasing, better products, better materials, all of that sort of stuff. They are definitely leading the charge by a long way. It is, like Dean said, if anywhere around the country, as soon as you hear the dates, make sure you be locking them in, because that is something you will not want to miss.
Yeah, I think that's one thing. Like, we've gotten to know a lot more suppliers, and I suppose the people behind the companies as well, that are the innovation teams, the engineering departments. Just we're getting out and actually seeing these products that we're putting on Build Insite and our building companies, Luke. Just to talk about one of my highlights for the year was the opportunity to be the first builder in Australia to work with recycled denim insulation. Thanks to Andrew Healy, especially, kind of knew we had a project nearly at the date. They were going through R&D with the product, came to site, did the studies, that's product's now on the market. You can check it out at Bowens, and that was really cool to kind of work with something like that. I know with Simpson Strong Tie, we've been playing around with some new engineering decking screws and just stuff like that. Like, I mean, at the end of the day, Luke and me were both chippies. We're not getting our hands as dirty these days, but it's pretty cool and exciting that we've got suppliers that they're genuine about their making the industry better. So, if you're a builder out there, the one thing I would say is try and get away from what you've known and push yourself to try some new products. It's not just about building better. It could be about better systems with using better screw technology and fixing materials and stuff like that. So, I've missed Planet Protector there, Luke, with the recycled denim insulation. Obviously, it's their product, and they worked with Bowens. So, yeah, Planet Protector are awesome with some recycled insulation products, wool and denim, and I think polyester as well. They're really doing some good things that'll keep growing and growing.
Yep. I think just carrying on with the wins and some of the cool stuff that we've implemented this year, probably one of the biggest ones for us is bringing on board anyone that's been to any of the live events that have seen us or watching it behind the scenes with the podcast. We've got Michael or Mick from YDY Productions that he's come along board. It started out just doing a little bit of background videography and photography on our recording days. And the coolest part about it was watching sort of Mick get as invested and passionate as we are about the mission that we're on. So proud to announce, and a huge win for us, is bringing Mick on board. Basically, we'll call him our general manager. It's really taken all of the stress out of what we do, and it's being able to sort of just definitely elevate the quality of what we're doing, streamlining it, all the back end stuff because obviously we both still run building companies full time. So we are very time poor in that sense, as much as we want to keep sort of, evolving this as best as we can. We are builders at the end of the day. We are not media producers or anything like that. So huge shout out to the work that Mick has brought to the table and what he's been doing for the Build Insight platform as well. Yeah, that. Whether you want to add anything to that, Dino, but that is
Yeah,
watch
well,
this space where the
actually,
content's going is pretty damn cool.
Lukey, we just got to say, mate, because this is coming out Monday, where this is the last episode of the week. So I think, is it Monday the 15th? Is that next?
You're
Is that
running out
next
of
week?
time, guys. You're running out of time.
Monday the 15th. So you'll be listening to this if you're listening of December, and you've got until Friday the 19th, the end of this week, to jump on. We've got the post pinned. We're giving away a media package for Mick from YDY Productions to come to your site. Obviously, you'll have to be in Victoria. But yeah, jump on, follow what you need to do.
Unless you want to fly Mick over to whatever state you're in.
Yeah, well, you might be able to pay the extra to get him there, but it'll be worth it. But yeah, it's valued over $2,000, and the content of what Mick produces is amazing, and he works closely with us at Backman Builders and Build Insight. Travels with us as well, and he's great at sort of coaching people who maybe don't have the confidence on camera and can really go there. So yeah, jump on, that competition's running, and thanks to our mates at Bowens to getting behind, where yeah, that's a joint effort to get that out there to the Victorian building community. And yeah, like we said, if you're somewhere else, maybe pay for the flight fees and get into another state. But yeah,
100%.
we are absolutely thrilled to announce that Circus Studio are coming on board as a major sponsor and supporter of Build Insight. Circus Studio is Australia's leading interior design centre. If you're an architect, building designer, interior designer, builder, or just looking to build your dream home, you need to make a time and come in and check out the space here in Port Melbourne. This space holds every element that you'll possibly need to design your dream home. Lukey, what was probably one of your highlights for the year, mate? Both personal building or building site, whatever, mate.
Oh, I really thought about this over the last couple of weeks. It's hard to narrow down on what's been the biggest one, really. I mean, besides like winning National Young Builder of the Year is pretty cool. But I guess just
was it at the top? Jeez, it's been a good year.
well, I mean, it is, but yeah, there's obviously a lot more that comes to it than just an award like that. So there's just like the business growth that we've still had this year as well. Like, just really, it's been an interesting year to say the least, I suppose, for business growth as well. Like, there's been a lot of ups and downs, learning, and like people management has been one of the biggest things I've learned in the last little while. It's interesting transition from growing and managing, or sort of being on site a lot more with only a couple of guys on site, versus then being completely off site and having a bigger team to try and manage, more personalities, and not spending that sort of the more one-on-one personal time with everybody. Sort of what we've learnt through that has been one of my biggest wins, I suppose, is learning how to manage people's expectations and needs and all that sort of stuff, and keep communicating. That's probably been one of my biggest wins for the year. It's biggest challenge as well, but definitely the biggest win. But yeah, I mean, otherwise, yeah, we've like some of the projects that we're working on and what we've got in the pipeline ready for the new year. Like, there is just so much that's still going on that and yeah, I guess the last major win for me, mate, really, I suppose, is just my personal fitness journey. I suppose just getting myself back on track and feeling fit and strong and ready to ready to tackle 2026.
Yeah, can't wait, mate.
But yeah, what about you, mate? You've had some. I mean, besides treating yourself to a new house for Christmas. Actually, that was me last year.
It was.
That was me last year. So, oh, jeez.
Yeah.
I don't know that I can. If we keep following suit, man, I don't know. I reckon I can buy myself another house before Christmas next year, but maybe we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Oh, mate. To be honest, we just recently made some big, life decisions. My youngest is in prep, and my oldest is about to go to high school, and yeah, so the kids are all stacked in that kind of primary school years at the moment. And we've just been going through the motions of, and like any client out there, just doing cost evaluation, looking at our sort of where we're going to be. We made the decision a few weeks ago that maybe we won't do the building project on the property we're on. and just for the fact that, saying time for, like, our lives are just hectic with, 4 kids all playing sport. We've got, I've got the 2 businesses. Nicole, my wife's an interior designer with her business. We've got some farm duties and things. And yeah, we had a really, and I was probably proud of us the way we kind of sat down and reviewed what was going to be some good decisions to make. And yeah, if you had asked me 3 weeks ago I was going to buy a property, I would have said, no, that's not on the horizon. But yeah, we're pretty fortunate. We had, pretty amazing family support around us that kind of like, we always talk to, parents and things about making decisions. And I think most people do that when they've got great parents. So we got some really good kind of advice that we maybe weren't thinking about necessarily. But that's definitely exciting, mate. Like, I'm pretty pumped. It's going to be a lot of hard work coming up. But yeah, I'm pretty excited about the early part of next year for my family, for that next part of the journey. I think the other thing, mate, is like it's been a little bit of a roller coaster. We've had a couple of jobs that it probably haven't come about the way we were kind of planning, and just gone through the motions like people do at times. We've had some great projects, awesome clients this year. That's fantastic. People would see on our socials in particular. We're doing the Cypress Park project, and pretty excited for the next few months of that. It's really coming together, and I can't wait for people to sort of see the finished product there. But yeah, it's been a lot of grit and determination, and I'm probably, more than anything, just like self-reflection. I'm probably proud of myself for some things this year, just that you kind of keep coming and coming and coming, and sometimes, like anything in life, sometimes you feel like you're just running into a brick wall over and over and over, and then eventually you crack through some mortar and that wall starts breaking apart. And I feel like that's been a bit of the theme of the year. And yeah, definitely just to kind of have some awesome times with the podcast this year has been a lot of fun. Just some of the people that have come in, the suppliers who have made it possible. I think our couple of Adelaide trips and multiple Port Melbourne trips to Circa and recording in person, which we weren't doing a lot of up until about sort of 7-8 months ago. And that's where we're going to be at, getting around to some other states and keep doing our thing with Circa as well, which is going to be so much fun.
Yeah, definitely, mate. I think that's a really important thing to touch on, is the people that we've met this year through what we've been doing in those conversations. That is something that we both should be very proud of, and I'm very grateful to have met a lot of those people that are just, you never know someone's story until you start asking questions, and there's been some awesome journeys to listen to.
Yeah, and we've just recorded some crackers, and we've got some good ones lined up into next year as well, which is going to be great.
Yep.
And I think we've convinced our wives to actually come on so we can do a bit of a couples chat.
We're chipping away at it.
Caitlin and Nicole are both more the reserved ones who don't want to talk on camera. And I think Caitlin said the same thing as Nicole, or if she comes on, I'll come on. So yeah, look out for that one. Nicole's interior design background, and Caitlin's photography in building and involved with Luke's company as well. So yeah, you might get a bit of backstory on Luke and me that people don't find out about. I don't know if we should be scared, mate.
Yeah, I'm maybe a bit nervous about that one, but mate, before we wrap this up, I reckon there is one very special mention and one little shout out that we definitely need to make very well known. There has been probably one of our biggest supporters this year. A massive shout out to Damien Thomas, that works for Bowens. He has been just such an incredible support for us, just being that communication link between us and everything that's going on in the backgrounds with Bowens. He's put me up in his house every time I come over there. So massive shout out to Damo for the massive support for Build Insight this year. We joke all the time. I think we're going to make it happen in the new year. We're getting some shirts made up just for us, Build Insight powered by Damo. So watch this space, Damo. Might be one coming your way in the new year.
He's a great man, and I think that's one of the special things about what we're doing. We're fortunate enough we meet some great people along the way, and and people like Damo become more than just support. They become your real mates. So yeah, big shout out to him. So Lukey, we haven't got any questions prepared for our rapid fire, mate, but let's just get a bit creative. So I'm sitting in front of a Christmas tree. So Lukey, would you say you're a mince pie man or a Christmas pudding man?
Oh, Christmas pudding, mince pie just doesn't quite. I don't know whether it's been just like a childhood thing where I've just got the misunderstanding of what a mince pie is, and like there's no mince in a mince pie, and it just doesn't quite sit right. So definitely Christmas pudding.
Oh, mate, I think the pudding's more of like the Christmas Day time treat. My mum makes a mean one, but there's a pretty good sticky date mince pie out at Coles, I think, at the moment. Get your hands on those; they go down all right. I've been sampling a few, put it that way.
Just preparing for Christmas early. I don't know that I've got a return one for you, mate. Yeah, no, you've stumped me there.
So we leave it at that. All right. Well, you might have to. Next year, let's just try and throw a Christmas party in person next year, and there you go. There's a goal for 2026.
Actually, yeah, there's a 2026 goal.
Yeah, live Christmas party. We'll do a recording at the end of the year and get a whole bunch of people down for some for some drinks and maybe a few Guinnesses and split the G's with with our mate Mick.
We did joke about that. We had a quick build Insite meeting today, and maybe we should do a quick FaceTime. Like everyone go out for dinner somewhere, and we'll FaceTime each other and do a virtual build Insite Christmas dinner. But no, in person next year sounds great. So, but yeah, awesome. Mate. While we're on the topic of some shout outs as well, I want to take a massive personal shout out to you as well, mate. The support that you've had for me this year, personally, professionally, with Build Insight, calorie building, and just me in general as well, mate. It's been there's some individuals that make a huge impact on my life, and you're definitely one of them, mate. So a huge thanks to you, buddy.
Thanks, mate. Right back at you. That means a lot, buddy. And I think probably for everyone out there, we say real people, real insights, but we are just a couple of real blokes that are out there just enjoying what we do and go through the same shit as everyone else. I can tell you that right now. And it's about having good people around you to keep you going, pick you up when you're having a bad day, and celebrate your wins when you're winning. So, mate, I'm definitely pumped about next year. Keep an eye out on our platform, our socials. Jump on the website. We are going to have some exciting stuff being released early next year. We've got heaps of good things going on that are going to be happening. We've got things in motion to get around to some other states as well. If you're in another state and you'd love to come and have a chat with us, like we've got people that are booking flights and coming and having a chat in person too. So, if that's something that you want to tick off the bucket list, reach out next year.
Definitely. Sing out. We'd love to hear from you. And a quick little reminder again, including today, you've got 4 days to enter the media package competition. So make sure you get over to the Instagram page and follow the instructions there. But otherwise, guys, that is a wrap for 2025. The podcast is going to take a very short break while we go and enjoy our Christmas break and have a bit of a recharge as well. Wishing you all a safe, happy Christmas, happy New Year. Everyone be safe on your holidays. Make sure you get some downtime, recharge, and we look forward to bringing you some more insights in 2026.
Thanks, guys.
Let's cue the disclaimer. I need to let you know that myself and the Build Insight team are in no way, shape or form qualified to give you personal or specific business advice. We strongly encourage you seek out the use of professionals for products or when you are making personal or business decisions. Everything discussed during the Build Insight podcast is our own and the guest opinion and personal experience and is of a general nature only. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Catch you on the next one.
We just need to say a massive thank you to our sponsors and supporters. Without them, Build Insight wouldn't be possible. So to Bowens, Circuit Studio, Wonderbuild, Goop Guys, Calorie Building and Backman Builders, thank you very much. We look forward to seeing you again next week.